Nobody else told me that they can.
Yeah, just like
aside from Susie and Baz. So actually, Sam might not be able to join also.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome and thank you for showing up. And welcome, Ashley, for joining us live first time. I'm not sure if you have a chance to join our previous session earlier. We got some people join. Good morning, Lambert.
Oh, Lambert's here. Hi, Bert. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us live here.
Good morning.
Morning. For those of you who haven't joined us live during this week, I sent some message and there's some message in our previous session as well. So the couple things I want to mention here is I encourage you to turn your video on so that you can see your movement in the process and in the practice so that I can give more pertinent cueing based on your movement, but don't worry about it. Daniel, if you have your camera not working, that's okay. And don't worry about recording. There's will only be the speaker view while we do the recording. And other than that, first I want to just open up the some time for you guys to share something if you participate live in the previous session, or if you get a chance to watch the video and practice at home yourself. And if you have any thought about our progress so far, you're welcome to share. And it's great work, everyone. It's day 3 and we're getting there. So anyone?
I'll share. I just gotta say that I, especially I think yesterday, I realized how stiff I was. So, but also, like you mentioned, right, like sticking to your intention as you're doing the practice. So I kept thinking, like, man, I'm so stiff. So thanks, Joanne.
Well, thank you. Trust that the transformation is happening. All right, then we'll just get started. So just a little preview. The previous 2 days, we focus on, first day we focus on our physical body, our food body, and then the second day we focus on our energy body. And diving in deeper, we're getting into a more subtle element and more subtle layers in our bodies. So today we're going to tap into our mind body, our mental body. So it's interesting, the concept of the mind body. It's actually a separate entity than our physical body, our energy body. So while we say the mental body in a more tangible level is that our brain and our nervous system is the channel that carry through our thoughts, and the mental body is actually consists of our thought process. So take a moment to bring yourself to the present moment and notice maybe there's tons of thoughts processing in your mind right now, and pay attention to that. And it's like the other bodies. We nourish our other bodies with food, with nutrient, and energetic body we nourish with our breath. And we also need to nourish our mind body, and think of how we feed ourselves, feed our mind, feed our sensations all these days. And these are all the composition of our mental body. And it is important to take time to be aware of how we nourish our mental body. And the time of doing yoga is one of the most important elements. So take a moment to thank yourself for being here, for coming on your mat and taking the time for yourself. So we'll get into the practice, starting with a little mantra meditation. So mantra means, the man means mind in Sanskrit, and tra means a tool. So mantra literally is a mind, it's a tool for the mind to keep our mind in a certain condition, or you can say keep your mind focused in somehow, or train your mind. So the invitation today is to use a mantra, I am. And you can just use I am, or you can think of anything after I am. For example, I am complete. I am grateful, or I am joy. Anything you can think of. But if you cannot think of anything after that, you can just use I am. So take a nice tall seat. And you can soften your gaze down toward your nose, or close your eyes. And start to tune into your breath, like we did in the previous 2 days. Focus on your breath, and focus on your body. And just take a moment to allow yourself to arrive here. Arrive on your mat. And take this time just for yourself. You can repeat the mantra, I am, in your mind, following the rhythm of your breath. You can go for inhale, I, exhale, am. Or you can go for I am, I am, I am. I am complete. I am grateful. I enjoy. Just take your own time to find the rhythm. Couple more breaths here. And now allow the mantra to naturally dissolve and come back to your natural breathing. And anytime during this practice, when your mind wanders, you can always come back to the mantra to keep you focused on the present moment. And if you haven't bring your hand to your thighs or knees yet, you can do so by place your palms down to your thigh. Take a moment to connect your hand with your body and feel your whole body as one complete unit. And align your head, your heart, and your pelvis in one nice center line. And use your breath to connect everything all together. With your next inhale, reach both arms out to the side and draw a big circle above your head. Reach up. And exhale to float your fingertips down to the ground. Inhale to reach your fingertips up overhead. And exhale to float your fingertips down by the side. One more time, inhale to reach up. And exhale, this time float your right fingertips down only and bring your left arm arch over to the left side, to the right side. And breathe into your left side body. And exhale to soften. Ground down into your sitting bones and inhale to reach up, both arms up overhead. And exhale, bring your left hand on the ground and right arm over. Breathe into all four sides of your body, especially your right side. But keep your left rib cage lifted. And find more space to bend into the shape deeper. Inhale, both arms reaching up. And once again, one more time on each side. You can move with your own breath. And inhale to come up and over to the opposite side. In the same motion, but we're going through the front. So this time, inhale to bring your right arm forward and draw a circle in front of you. And start to swing from side to side. And as you move forward with your arm, draw your navel back. And stretch through the back of your body. A couple more times like this. And move with your own breath. You can speed up, swing faster, or just keep it slow and mellow, depending on how you feel this morning. We're just creating some heat in our body. And if you are speeding up, you can slow your movement down. And gradually release both hands down by your side. And take a moment to rest your hand on your thigh and sit up nice and tall. And just feel. And take one more deep breath in to inflate your inner upper body. And exhale to sigh it out. And now come to your hands and knees on the ground and welcome to a tabletop position. You'll set your hand outer shoulder distance apart and spread your finger out wide. Set your knees hip width distance apart and directly underneath your hip point. So try not to gaze or look at the position. Try to feel in your body. How does it feel with a steady foundation? And how does it feel with a structure that's in alignment? And you can take a moment to rock from side to side and plant your hand firmly down into the ground and feel the boxes. So there's 4 points on each palm. The point underneath our index finger, our pinky finger, and 2 points at the base of our wrists. So press down equally into the boxes on your palm and just rock from side to side and maybe front and back to get some massage into your wrists. And come back to center. And this time turn your left fingertips toward your knees and press the top of your left hand into the ground. And again, you can rock front and back, and side to side. And stretch into your left forearm. And release your left hand to the right side. Flip your right fingertips toward your knees And just get some gentle movement into your wrists. And release your hand. Now, reset your foundation once again and tuck your toes under. Inhale to drop your belly down to the ground. And lift your chest and open your collarbone forward. And exhale to round your back. Draw your navel up into your spine. And tuck your chin under. Inhale to drop your belly and lift your chest for cow pose. And exhale to round your back. And tuck your tailbone under and tuck your chin to your chest for cat. A couple more times like this. You can move with your own breath, your own pace. Two more breaths, wherever you're at. We'll come back to center. Keep your toes tucked and press firmly down into all 10 toes. Press your palms into the earth and press the earth away from you as you lift your knees up and peel your tailbone back for downward facing dog. And come to this first down dog of our practice. So take a moment to give your body some time to wake up. So you can either breathe here in stillness, or you can bring some micro movement in the back of your leg by bending one knee and the other, pedaling your feet. Or you can just swing your spine or your tailbone from side to side. And with your next inhale, take baby step forward to the top edge of your mat. And eventually come to the top of your mat. Set your feet pelvis distant apart once again. And allow your body to fold over your leg for Uttanasana forward fold. You can catch each elbow with each palm and rock your upper body from side to side. And allow your head to rest down to the ground or into your arm. Allow your shoulder to relax. And take one more breath here. And release your hand. And ground down into all four corners of your feet as you soft bend into your knees. Reach your arms forward and rise to stand. And exhale, bring your palms to heart center. And release your palm down by your side. Turn your palms to face forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take one deep breath in here to reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, bend your knees, hinge forward, fingertips to the ground. Inhale to lift your chest forward. And make sure you keep a flat lower back as if you are in a tabletop position. So you can bring your hand to your shin or your thigh. And lift your heart forward. Exhale to fold. Root down into your foundation and reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. A couple more times like this. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead and exhale to fold. Inhale, lift your chest forward and exhale to fold. Press down into your foundation and rise to stand. And palms down at heart center. And we'll do 3 more times like this. So we'll move in this motion together and float with your own breath. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Down to the ground. Chest forward. Bow forward. Press down into your foundation and rise to stand. Palm come back at heart center. 2 more times. Listen to your breath. And when you finish your final 2 rounds, well, take a moment to stand here in mountain pose, Tadasana. Take 1 deep full cycle of breath and take a moment to scan through your body. And as we mentioned earlier, today is day 3, and many of us might already feel there's some changes in our body, whether that's like a bit sore or maybe feeling a bit more flexible. But it is transformation happening. But in the process of transformation, it is important to know that that's action taking upon. But it is also important to know that taking action doesn't mean always pushing hard or pushing forward. But it is also to notice resistance and notice if there's any place we can stop resisting. And if there's any place we can use less effort. And that is the practice in our body today. Inhale to reach both arms up overhead. And exhale to bow forward. Plant your hand on the ground and step back for plank. And breathe into the back of your rib cage. Squeeze your glute into the center. Press your palms away from the ground. Hug your elbow in. And take 1 breath here. You can bring your knees down to the ground or keep your knees covered, but engage everything as you bend your elbow and slowly come to your belly on the ground. Untuck your toes and press into the top of your feet, your pelvis down into the ground. Hug your elbow into the center and turn your shoulder forward up and draw your shoulder blade down on your back. Inhale to peel up for cobra or baby cobra. And exhale to release. Tuck your toes under and push back for downward facing dog. You can take 3 breaths here, whether in stillness or paddle your feet from left to right. And with your next breath, shift forward back into plank. And hold here for 1 more breath. And here in plank, join your feet together at the center and squeeze everything tight in the middle. And roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. And inhale, come back to center and exhale over to the left side. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the right side. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the left side. And 1 more time on each side. Keep pressing your palms into the ground and press yourself away from your mat. Nice work. And return to center. Bring both knees down to the ground. And you can tuck your toes, untuck your toes, and sit onto your heel and come back for child pose or lower. Breathe here. You can circle your wrists on the ground. Breathing deeply and fully. And if you are circling your wrists, you can replace your palms down into the ground and pull from your hand up into the base of your heart. And as you feel like your upper body is getting pulled forward, melt your heart down and find a deeper opening on the back of your spine. Stay here for one more breath. And now shift forward and come back to your tabletop position. Set your knees back to hip width distance apart. And tuck your toes under and kick back for plank. And push back for downward facing dog. Shift your weight into your left leg and lift your right leg up overhead. And take one deep breath here. By lifting your right leg up overhead. And keep your shoulder level. And exhale to draw your knees into your chest. We'll hover here for one breath. And inhale to kick back. And exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale to kick back. And exhale, right knee to left elbow. And one more time, inhale to kick back. And knee to chest, and this time settle your right foot in the middle of the mat. Pin your back knee down. And reach both arms up overhead for low lunge. Lengthen through your hip bone to your armpit. You'll get longer in your upper body. And scissor your legs into the center. And when you feel an engagement in the core for pelvis, press from pelvis down into your feet and lift from pelvis up through your heart and head. And get longer. And release both hands down to the ground. Plant your left hand on the mat. Lift your back knee up and open your right arm out to the side. And take one breath here. And release your right hand down. And this time, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. So the knife edge of your left foot comes to the ground. And walk your right leg, now it's your front leg, down to the long edge of your mat. Keep your left palm on the ground. And keep spreading your finger out wide. And reach your right arm up overhead for a side plank variation. Lift your left buttock up and lift through the side of your waist. And exhale, release. And step your right foot back for plank. And bring your tailbone back for downward facing dog. And parallel your feet left and right. And notice where you can release some effort. And make your movement effortless. And notice where the resistance coming up. Where can you stop resisting? And just allow the movement to happen. And always remember, at any time during the practice, you can come down to a child pose if you need to. And shift your weight into your right leg. Keep your left leg up overhead. And exhale to draw your left knee into your chest. Inhale to kick back. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale to kick back. And exhale, left knee to right elbow. And one more time to bring your leg back and up overhead
Exhale, draw your knee into your chest and settle your left foot down into the ground. Pin your back knee down. Take a moment to lengthen your heart forward. And find a steady foundation. Reach your arms up overhead. Again, inhale through the sides of your body. So get longer, the front, the back, and either side of your rib cage. And draw from your feet up into the core of your pelvis. And as you press firmly down into your feet, lift your heart and head up. And exhale, release both hands down to the ground. Plant your right hand down this time. And lift your back knee up. Open your left arm up overhead and toward the ceiling. Pull the top of your left thigh bone back so that you can create more space in your inner upper body. And keep pressing your right hand down into the ground and wrap your bottom shoulder blade under to open your chest. Release your left hand down to the ground and roll onto the outer edge of your bottom foot and walk your left foot down to the long edge of your mat and reach your left arm up overhead. Breathe here. Lift your waistline up and release your hand. And this time, step your left foot back for plank and widen your knees as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch and walk your hand forward. And welcome to child pose. And breathe here. Take 3 nice full deep breaths. Letting go of the extra effort. Just allow yourself to be held by the ground. With your next breath, slowly bring your palms, walk your hand closer to your torso, and come to seated at the back of your mat. And you can swing your leg to one side and come to a seated position. And straighten your leg out in front. You can take a moment to tap your leg and root down equally down into both sits bone. And you can by manually parting the fleshy part of your butt away and grind down equally here. And bend into your left knee. And keep your right knee straight. Right toes flexed to your face. You can either stay here or cross your left leg over and hook your right elbow on your knees. Inhale to reach your left arm up overhead. And exhale, twist over to the left side. Breathe into the sides of your body. And hug your elbow into your knees. And use that secure center to find a deeper opening over to the left side. And make sure you have your head, your heart, and your pelvis in one alignment. And if you want to go deeper, you can also bring the outer edge of your right elbow to the outer edge of your left knee. I'll be here for one more breath. And inhale, return. Come back to center. And Bring your left foot back to the outer edge and bring the soles of your left foot against the inner line of your right leg. You'll come to this seated straddle. Inhale to reach both arms up overhead. And exhale to release your hand down at any degree. You can catch your knees, your ankle, or your shin. And allow your upper body to fold here. And breathe here. And it is important to notice where your body is at. Notice if there's anywhere you can use less effort. And notice if there's anywhere you can stop resisting. And just allow your breath to move through your body and the structure. And allow yourself to just feel the gravity pulling you down. One more deep, full cycle of breath. And inhale slowly to roll up to a seated position. And straighten your left leg. Bend your right knee in this time. You can either set your right foot on the right side or place your right foot to the outer edge of your left foot. Flex your left toes and hook your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale to reach your right arm up overhead. Lengthen through the sides of your body. And hug your elbow into your knees. And with that secure center, slowly roll your spine over to the right side. Allow your heart and head to follow. And bring your right hand behind you. And breathe here. One more deep over. And if you have your left elbow pressed against the outer edge of your right knee, you can do so on this side. Or just acknowledge the differences on the left and right side of our body. And inhale, come back to center. Release the bind and place the soles of your right foot to the inner edge of your extended leg. Keep your toes flexed. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. And pull from your left heel up into the core of your pelvis. And you want to keep a micro bend in your left knee so you can feel the engagement of the back side of your extended leg. And press down into your sitting bone as you lift from your sitting bone up through your belly button, your heart, and your chest. Reach forward and fold forward. Once again, you can land your hand on your knees, your shin, your ankle, and bow your forehead down to your left leg. Breathe here. And take one more breath. Slowly roll your spine up. And this time extend both legs out in front. You can give your leg a gentle tap here. And bend both knees up. Bring your hand behind your buttock and start to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And while keeping your knees bent, we'll come back to a upright position. And bring your hand to the back of your knee. Inhale to lift your heart and lift your chest. Open your shoulder. And take one deep full breath here. And exhale to lift both knees up. You can parallel your shin to the ground. And breathe here. And inhale to release. We'll do it one more time here. Inhale to roll your shoulder forward, up and back to open your chest. And exhale to lift. You can keep your hand at the back of your thigh or reach your hand forward, palm facing up. For one more breath. Nice work. And keep that while slowly straighten our leg and slowly come to lie flat on our mat. And see if you can slow the movement down. And eventually come to the mat. And release everything by taking one deep breath in. And deep breath out. You may open your mouth and set it out. One more time like this. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And keep your right leg straight and draw your left knee into your chest. So hug your left knee into your chest. And you can start with some gentle and micro movement by swinging your left knee from side to side. And feel if there's any sensation in your left hip socket. And maybe draw some circle with your left knee in the top of your left thigh. Return back to center. Keep your right hand on your left knee. Open your left arm out to the side. And you can move your body over to the left side of your mat slightly. And bring your right knee over to your left knee over to your right side. And just breathe here. Allow your shoulder to relax. Soften the space between your brow bone. Soften the back of your jaw. You can look up to the ceiling or look over to your left shoulder. You can allow your left foot to rest on top of your bottom leg. And to just allow your body to fully relax. Remember to find the most effortless position. And if you have a pillow or bolster or block at home, you're also welcome to use the pillow, bolster, or block to place it underneath your top knees or underneath your left shoulder. And inhale to return, come back to center. You can either hug both knees into your chest and
to just even and balance out the sensation in your body, or just keep both legs straight, depending on how you feel in your body and especially in your lower back. And wherever you're at, keep your left knee straight and draw your right knee into your chest. Once again, you can rock your knees from side to side. Or maybe draw circles, your knees and the top of your hip socket. Imagine you're stirring a pot or a stick here. Just feel the sensation in your body. And notice if there's any place that you're holding tension. Just let go of that. Now return back to center. Keep your left hand on your right knees and open your right arm out to the side. And twist over to your left side. And again, you can rest your right foot on your bottom leg. And just allow your body to fully relax here. So you can even stay here, your knees sticking upright toward the ceiling. It doesn't have to come all the way down to the ground. And just make sure you have your shoulder blade to rest on the ground, the back of your head, pressing down into the earth. You can either gaze up or look over to your right shoulder. And just breathe here. And eventually allow the gravity to do the work. We'll stay here for about 5 more deep breaths. And use your next inhale. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Draw both knees into your chest this time. And give yourself a gentle hug. For options to bring your hand onto your kneecap and draw a circle with your knees one way and the other. So both knees are rolling onto the opposite direction. Or you can also bring your hand to the back of your thigh. Allow your knees to fold open on your left and right side. And pause here. And if you want to go further, you can bring your hand to the outer edge of your shin or to the outer edge of your feet. And just allow your elbow to rest on your shin. And bring the soles of your feet up toward the ceiling for happy baby pose. So either variation, just take your time and enjoy the movement and enjoy your breath. One more deep breath here.
Release the soles of your feet back to the ground. So keep your knees bent. We'll do a final releasing pose for our shoulder and our neck. So we're working on a lot with our hand today. So press into the soles of your feet down into the ground to lift your bum up and bring your arms underneath your buttock. So tuck your arms underneath your back and you can stack one hand above another. And once you have that, straighten your leg out in front and bring your feet together. So zip up the middle line of your leg and point your toes forward. And keep pressing the back of your head, the top of your shoulder, and your elbow down into the ground. Press your pelvis down into the earth. Breathe into your chest. You can stay here. Or you can lift up to the top of your crown on the ground for a fish pose. And breathe into the front side of your shoulder. And keep breathing here for 2 more breaths. And if you have the top of your head on the ground, you can release. Go ahead and come back to the back of your skull. And just pause here for a moment. Allow your body to reassemble itself. And you can slowly lift your bum, roll to the left side and move your right arm out and over to the other side and bring the other hand out. And once you get there and bring your arms out, you can find any layers or any padding for your Shavasana, and we'll come into our final pose of our practice, Shavasana. You can take up space here to bring your legs wide to either side of your mat. And bring your arms wide, and you can even spread your limbs away and over your mat onto the ground. And take one deep final breath into your whole body. And exhale to release everything. And again, invitation to return to our mantra. We'll just be here for the last couple minutes. And if your minds ever get wander, ever get lost or busy, return to the tool for your mind. I am complete. I am grateful. I am joy. I am. I am. I am.
Slowly start to deepen your breath. And start to bring your mind back to the present moment. You can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And circle your ankle and your wrists gently and nicely. And rock your head from side to side. And as you're ready, you can bring your knees up. You can give yourself one more hug here. And as a gesture of saying thank you for showing up, for supporting our bodies, and also for keeping a healthy shape. You can roll onto one side of your body. And pause here for one more moment before we get up. Take one more deep, full breath here. And exhale to let everything go. You can press your hand into the ground and lift yourself up for a seated position. Bring your palm to join at heart center. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice and for sharing your morning time with me and with everyone in this live session. And great work, everyone, day 3. And I hope you have a good rest of the day, and we have 2 more days to go. Namaste.
Thanks, Joanne. I will see everyone else